Welcome to the Dragons Newswire, the place where all the latest updates from St. George Illawarra and across the NRL media sphere will keep you up to speed each and every single day. Tuesday, August 7th, Todd Greenberg and Peter Beattie front fan forum, NRL.com looking for a new do? Find out which teammate cuts JDB's hair. Dragons official website focus on the ruck again, but stats show attack is thriving. NRL.com NRL Daily, live rolling rugby league coverage from around Australia. Daily Telegraph Monday, August 6th. The Dragons will take on Parramatta Eels at ANZ Stadium this Saturday, August 11th. See game day details. Dragons official website NRL.com polled more than 100 players from all 16 clubs before the representative season, with players giving their responses about a range of topics. Dragons official website Dragons Hardman Jack de Beelan believes 4 weeks is more than enough time to recapture the form that saw his side emerge as title contenders earlier this season. Illawarra Mercury. The Illawarra Mercury spoke to Ben Hunt post-game about the team's performance and blocking out the noise. Full story. Dragons coach Paul McGregor says there's only one way to stop the noise about a late-season fade. Fox Sports Warriors forwards Bunty Afoa and Sam Lazone are each facing a suspension after being charged by the NRL Match Review Committee over incidents in round 21 against Bulldogs. NRL.com NRL boss Todd Greenberg pledges $100 for each point scored in finals for drought-hit farmers. ABC News Sunday, August 5th. NRL CEO Todd Greenberg and ARLC Chairman Peter Beattie have hosted a forum to give fans the opportunity to discuss a range of issues in rugby league. Dragons official website round 21 match report. Dragons run out of time against Warriors. Dragons official website catch up on the extended highlights from the Dragons matchup with New Zealand Warriors. Dragons official website Paul McGregor has challenged his players to use their second-half performance against the Warriors as a springboard for the remainder of the season, but they may have to do so without injured prop Paul Vaughan. Dragons official website watch the Dragons complete press conference here. Dragons official website Matt Duffy's 10 minutes could be the most costly sin binning of the season. Sydney Morning Herald. NRL finalizing plans to take matches to the United States in 2019. The Daily Telegraph how some of the most influential people in rugby league are supporting the development of the women's game. The Daily Telegraph Rugby League in NSW could lose $10 million worth of funding if CRL and NSWRL don't merge. The Daily Telegraph Saturday, August 4th. In his first full NRL season, Duffy has shown why the Warriors offered to fly him to Auckland for a tour 2 years ago after Tuivasa-Sheck ruptured his ACL. As statistics for the pair compare favorably. Dragons official website Nathan Pickworth delivers the latest news on Nene McDonald's injury. Dragons official website Dragons coach Paul McGregor has a plan to stop the Dragons slipping down the ladder. The Daily Telegraph. While most experts didn't rate St. George Illawarra as top 4 contenders at the start of the season, Paul McGregor did. The Daily Telegraph Malcolm Knox writes, the Immortals as a concept is already on its last legs. Sydney Morning Herald Friday, August 3rd. NRLW squads come together with strong balance of experience and unknown talent and youth. The Daily Telegraph James Graham describes the form of teammate Tyson Frizell this season as almost flawless. Official Dragons website Tyson Frizell was voted the best edge forward in rugby league by his peers in the NRL.com players poll. Official Dragons website Paul McGregor is sticking with his original goals for 2018. Official Dragons website Immortal Frank Berg played for St. George for 1 season in 1927 before coaching the Dragons in the following 3 seasons. NRL.com Norm Provon's 1962 premiership winning St. George teammate John Riley reflects on Provon's induction as rugby league's 12th Immortal. Dragons official website The NRL's players reveal who they think the game's best coach and spine positions are. Dragons official website. You can read all about the 12th Immortal on Norm Provon's biography page. NRL.com Matt Duffy and the Dragons are cautious of the New Zealand Warriors' greatest threats. Illawarra Mercury. Cassie Apps was the inspiration for Talisha Quinn to return to rugby league and joining the Dragons. Illawarra Mercury. The Illawarra Steelers have celebrated a successful junior rugby league season with their annual presentation evening. Illawarra Mercury Thursday, August 2nd. After falling short 4 times before, Norm Provon at last becomes an immortal. The Daily Telegraph pressure is mounting at the St. George Illawarra Dragons after 3 losses in their last 4 matches. Can they respond against the New Zealand Warriors? Dragons official website. The Dragons women's NRL side prepare to enter into unknown as training kicks off. Dragons official website Keeping Mum. Dragons women's NRL squad comes in all forms. Sydney Morning Herald. Dragons legend Norm Provon has been named the 12th Rugby League Immortal. Dragons official website. Watch the Immortal Norm Provon in action. Dragons official website. Broncos coach Wayne Bennett explains how the Immortals selection panel selected 5 new Immortals at the Hall of Fame Awards night in Sydney. Dragons official website. St. George Illawarra have launched the foundation membership program for fans to support the inaugural Dragons women's team. Dragons official website. Street George Bank have extended their major partnership to the Dragons' inaugural NRL Women's Premiership team for at least the next 2 seasons. Dragons official website. Tanisha Stanton went to Jubilee Oval to meet Sammy Bremner, Kezzy Apps and Daniel Lacey ahead of the upcoming Holden Women's Premiership. Dragons official website. Dragons star Sam Bremner says the women's NRL comp is a dream come true. The Daily Telegraph read detailed profiles of all Hall of Fame inductees. NRL.com former Dragons and Broncos second rower Gordon Tallis was inducted into the NRL Hall of Fame last night. NRL.com Dragons skipper Gareth Widdop looks to be leading the race for a 2018 individual honor. NRL.com Wednesday, August 1st. Dragons prop James Graham insists panic button has not been pushed. Dragons official website. Perfect 10. The contenders to be named the next 2 Immortals. Sydney Morning Herald. Paul Kent says the NRL faces a logjam of recognizing the game's greats under the revised Immortals concept. The Daily Telegraph. St. George Illawarra star James Graham has urged Dragons fans to get behind their side as they attempt to get their NRL campaign back on track. Illawarra Mercury. Tuesday, July 31st. Dragons finalize women's premiership squad with 3 signings. Dragons official website. NRL teams panelists Brett Kim-Orley and Jeff Tuvey discuss who they think will named as the Rugby League's 9th and potentially 10th Immortal. NRL.com founding editor of Rugby League Week Jeff Prenter has accused the NRL of conspiring to keep Norm Provon from becoming an Immortal. The Daily Telegraph. NRL.com honors legends with a dedicated Hall of Fame site which includes Dragons Billy Smith, Ian Walsh, Norm Provon and more. Dragons official website. Corbin Sims opens up about his move from the Broncos to the Dragons for the 2019 season. Dragons official website. The Dragons have a good chance to turn their fortunes around following their loss to the Roosters with the second easiest draw from here on out. Dragons official website. Todd Greenberg and Peter Beattie to front of Sydney Fan Forum this weekend. Sydney Morning Herald. Australia is set to undertake a Kangaroos tour to Great Britain in 2020 ahead of the next World Cup. NRL.com Luke Keary's injury, suffered during Sunday's win over the Dragons, has the potential to derail the Roosters' season. Sporting News. Monday, July 30th. The Dragons are proud to announce the signings of Annette Brander, Kate Herron and Asipao Mafi for the NRL Holden Women's Premiership. Dragons official website. Brander will step out of her comfort zone when she moves from Brisbane to play for the Dragons in the inaugural Women's Premiership. The Courier Mail. The Daily Telegraph reports the signing of the 3 elite Maroons comes at the expense of the Brisbane Broncos Women's Premiership side. Peaking at the right time, why the premiership race is wide open. NRL.com An impressive Sydney Roosters side gets the better of the Dragons with a 36-18 victory at Allianz Stadium on Sunday. Dragons official website. In the post-match press conference, coach Paul McGregor says the Dragons did not execute the game plan during their 36-18 loss to the Roosters. Dragons official website. Paul McGregor will focus on fixing St. George Illawarra's leaky defence before the finals. Dragons official website. A strong first half from the Wallaroos has seen them topple the ISP Dragons. Dragons official website. Roosters coach Trent Robinson believes the Roosters are just getting started after their win over the high-flying Dragons. Sydney Morning Herald. Lifetime Dragons member Donald Patterson was able to show his team a century of support when he recently turned 100. St. George Beatson was sent off in this 1977 major preliminary semi-final between St. George and Eastern Suburbs, allowing the likes of Goodwin, Reddy and Finch to show their flair. Dragons official website. While most of the newly signed Dragons women's players sign their first NRL deal in an office or a league's club, fully raised Brooker saved the moment she inked the deal for someone special. Illawarra Mercury. Dragons women's coach Daniel Lacey said the addition of local quartet was a nod to both the club's future and its past efforts in developing in women's pathways. Illawarra Mercury. Despite Dragons being second on the ladder, 2 places above the Roosters, all the money has been for the Chooks, who buried Manly with a clinical and brutal display. The Daily Telegraph. In an era when Magic Dragons were in abundance, Immortals original Red Gasnier was hailed the most magical of all. Dragons official website. Thursday, July 26th. Jack Dubelan believes teammate Ewan Aitken will be out to prove a point against NSW Central Latrell Mitchell as the Dragons prepare for Sunday's heavyweight clash with Sydney Roosters at Allianz Stadium. Dragons official website. Roy Masters Roosters reminisces on the career of rugby league immortal and Dragons great John Raper. Dragons official website. Roosters are rejuvenated and ready to avoid another Cooper Cronk bashing from Dragons forward Tariq Sims. The Daily Telegraph. The lure of an NRL premiership has helped Dragons forward Jack Padbelan hit the reset button, following his shared success Sky Blue at Origin. Illawarra Mercury. Dragons enforcer Jack Padbelan expects Ewan Aitken to make it personal when he becomes the latest man to try to shackle a white-hot Latrell Mitchell, who beat the Dragons centre to a State of Origin jersey. Sydney Morning Herald. Jared Waerea-Hargreaves has dubbed the Roosters' comprehensive Anzac Day loss to the Dragons as the reality check that forced their star-studded side to accept responsibility for a sluggish start to 2018. NRL.com. Wednesday, July 25. Round 20 of the 2018 NRL Telstra Premiership is upon us and team lists have been named. NRL.com. Two of the match officials involved in last Friday night's controversial Cronulla-Canberra match have been axed and another two demoted for this weekend's round of NRL fixtures. NRL.com. Coach Paul McGregor has named his mandatory 21-man squad ahead of the Dragons' round 20 clash against the Sydney Roosters at Allianz Stadium on Sunday, July 29. Dragons official website. We go behind enemy lines and see which Roosters the Dragons will face this weekend. Dragons official website. Jack Padbelan speaks to the media about Dragons' win over Cowboys, their upcoming match with Roosters and Gareth Widdop's hairdo. Dragons official website. Tuesday, July 24. St George Illawarra in Trust Super Premiership face Wyong Roos on Sunday, July 29 at Allianz Stadium as curtain raiser to the NRL fixture. Full team list has been named. Dragons official website. St George Illawarra Jersey flag coach Wayne Collins has named his team to play the Sydney Roosters at Allianz Stadium on Sunday, July 29. Dragons official website. Should Tyson Frizell return to his place on the right edge this weekend, he'll directly oppose NSW and Test teammate Boyd Cordner in a battle between arguably the two best back rowers in the competition. Illawarra Mercury. The Dragons take on the Roosters this weekend at Allianz Stadium. See game day details. Dragons official website. North Queensland slumped to a new low following 24-10 loss to St George Illawarra. The Daily Telegraph. Opinions divided over calls for captain's challenge. NRL.com. NRL Chief Executive Todd Greenberg has confirmed that some members of the officiating team involved in last Friday night's controversial Cronulla-Canberra game will pay the price for incorrect calls. NRL.com. Monday, July 23. Red v Shake-Off State of Origin Blues. Dragons official website. NRL Round 19. St George Illawarra Dragons beat North Queensland Cowboys in Townsville. The Australian Luciano Leilua finds hunger for success after ditching McDonald's drive-through diet. The Daily Telegraph. Dragons top four push is back on track, but coach Paul McGregor believes it was never off the rails despite some hiccups through the rep season. Illawarra Mercury. Trent Barrett stormed out of Manly's dressing shed at halftime of Roosters thrashing. The Daily Telegraph. The Melbourne Storm have jumped the Dragons to sit atop the NRL Telstra Premiership ladder following their win over the Warriors. Sydney Morning Herald. How does the Dragons' run home to the finals compare to other NRL teams? NRL.com. Sunday, July 22. The Dragons returned to the top of the NRL Telstra Premiership ladder following their big win over the Cowboys. Dragons official website. See all the highlights from the Dragons' 14-point win in Townsville. Dragons official website. The Dragons shook off their State of Origin blues at 1300 Smile Stadium as their focus looks towards September. NRL.com. North Queensland remain in a battle for the wooden spoon after failing to get the job done against the Red V. The Daily Telegraph. Here from coach Paul McGregor and captain Gareth Widdop following the Dragons' win over North Queensland. Dragons official website. Wests Tigers hooker Robbie Farah was knocked out in his 250th NRL game as his side dismantled the South Sydney Rabbitohs. Sydney Morning Herald. The Newcastle Knights kept their slim finals hopes alive with an impressive comeback win over the Titans. NRL.com. Saturday, July 21. Nene McDonald and Tyson Frizell have been withdrawn from the Dragons' round 19 team to face the Cowboys. Dragons official website. Head of athletic performance Nathan Pickworth has provided an injury update on Tyson and Nene. Dragons official website. While he won't play, Frizell has backed the Dragons to move past their tendency of falling away in the back end of the season in 2018. The Daily Telegraph. Queensland under-20s playmaker Jock Clifford is inching closer to his NRL debut, which may come against the Dragons on Saturday night. NRL.com. Friday, July 20. Tyson Frizell has been ruled out, joining Nene McDonald foot on the sidelines to face North Queensland. Dragons official website. Dragons coach Paul McGregor spoke to the media upon the Red V's arrival in Townsville on Thursday. Dragons official website. St George Illawarra women's coach Daniel Lacey is heading up the new Dragons women's HPEU. The 7-week program is a mixture of education, field skill and drills and gym sessions. Dragons official website. The race for the 2018 Wooden Spoon has heated up following the Parramatta Eels' victory over the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs overnight. Sydney Morning Herald keen observers in Townsville, upon the Dragons' arrival, have asked the question, "Where's Tyson Frizell?" Townsville Bulletin Australian coach Mal Meninga hasn't ruled out selecting incumbents who were overlooked for State of Origin duty in 2018. The Daily Telegraph Thursday, July 19. Tariq Sims has expressed his delight over brother Corbin signing with the Dragons for the next 3 seasons. Dragons official website. Sims recalls when his mother Jackie used to hurl abuse at he and his brother at the backfield of WIN Stadium. Sydney Morning Herald. Ben Hunt gears up for one last showdown with Cowboys legend Jonathan Thurston in Townsville on Saturday night. Dragons official website. Ben Hunt remains unperturbed by his Queensland Maroons No. 7 snub as he focuses in on ensuring the Dragons go all the way. Sydney Morning Herald. NRL referee boss Bernie Sutton has warned coaches of penalties if players try to slow the ball. The Daily Telegraph Wednesday, July 18. Corbin Sims has signed a 3-year deal with the St George Illawarra Dragons, and will reunite with brother Tariq in home territory. Dragons official website. Tariq Sims believes his brother Corbin is capable of playing his best footy at the Dragons. Dragons official website. There's no state of origin for Paul Vaughan as he refocuses on the final third of the season at the Dragons. Sydney Morning Herald. Dragons duo Paul Vaughan and Tyson Frizell stake. There's no excuses for the club from here. Dragons official website. The Dragons vow to fortify their defense with the NRL finals fast approaching. Illawarra Mercury. The Cowboys have named their squad to face St George Illawarra this Saturday night at Townsville's 1300 Smile Stadium. Dragons official website. Crondall Sharks back rower Luke Lewis has called time on his stellar NRL career. NRL.com. The NRL have announced 6 new Hall of Fame inductees, including former Dragon Gordon Tallis. Dragons official website. Tuesday, July 17. The Dragons have named their 21-man squad to face the Cowboys, including Nene McDonald. Dragons official website. Round 19 of the 2018 NRL Telstra Premiership is before us. See all the teams on NRL.com. The Dragons jersey flag side will play the North Sydney Bears on Sunday, July 22. Dragons official website. NRL.com have previewed the Dragons' upcoming clash against the North Queensland Cowboys. See what the experts had to say. See the latest injury update on St George Illawarra winger Nene McDonald after he failed to return against the Wests Tigers. Dragons official website. The Daily Telegraph have asked the question whether the bunker should be able to rule on forward passes following the Roosters v Titans clash over the weekend. NRL referees boss Bernard Sutton also had his say and said that Roosters halfback Sean O'Sullivan shouldn't have been awarded a try against the Roosters. Sydney Morning Herald. Dragons coach Paul McGregor refused to blame State of Origin on the club's 4-point loss to the Wests Tigers over the weekend. Dragons official website. NRL.com believes familiarity, not fatigue, contributes to the influence State of Origin players on the NRL competition proper. Former Dragon Saliva Havila has resigned with the Canberra Raiders for a further 2 seasons. NRL.com content is taken from newspapers, websites, blogs and other various media outlets. Latest club news, latest from Dragons TV. Check out dragons.com.au/news.html. Official news. For all the latest club news, please note, the views expressed in news, blogs and other media links do not necessarily reflect those of St George Illawarra or associated companies. The Dragons aren't responsible for the content or accuracy of any external websites. Some media outlets may limit the amount of content you can view without a paid subscription.